4:39 here on KHTS. Yesenia, the spiritual medium, is back in the studio. She's got an event coming up, an intimate evening with spiritual medium Yesenia at the Hyatt Regency, coming up next month, Sunday, June 23rd, starting at 5 p.m. Yesenia, how are you? Good to see you again.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you feeling?
Much better.
Really?
Yes.
I know some people around here, I think it's all psychosomatic.
Right.
They're like, Yesenia, she said she had bronchitis from a couple of weeks back, and today my throat is sore. I said, look, I was talking to Yesenia like 3 feet away from her. I don't feel a thing today. So I think they're just playing it up. But yesterday, we did an interview. I thought it was a smash. You leave the studio. I walk out a couple minutes later, and I see Lori at the front desk. Her eyes as swollen as can be. She's crying, but she looked relieved. Evidently, you had given her a reading.
I did. I walked out, and I saw this baby running around the office, and so I just was inclined to let her know that her baby was there.
And we don't want to get into the details because,
True.
it's very personal. These readings
It
are
is.
very personal, right? But how does it work? Do you see spirits? Do you see these visions all around everyone or just certain people?
Like I said yesterday, it just depends. If that spirit is so strong and it's important for them to come through, they're going to make their way through and make sure that I know them and that I know that they're there.
Yesenia, I've never had a spiritual reading at all. You hinted before the interview started. Do you want a reading? I'm hesitant to say yes, but I'm also just fascinated. So
Okay.
Do you see anything around me right now?
I do. So I see a grandfather figure around you, very, very strong, very happy to be around you all the time. I see a lot of military, so I don't know where the military comes in, if your family was in the military, but there's military, so at least he's acknowledging that. I know you're a wonderful soul, and you're an old soul as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's surprising to me because, I figure my relatives didn't want to be me during their actual life, so why would they want to spend their time with me in the afterlife? Can these spirits be more than one places at once? Like, could they be by me and also by my mom or by my sister at once?
So they can transition within like a millimeter of a second.
Right.
So if you're thinking about your grandfather right now, or if anybody, that spirit will be there, right there with you at that time. And if someone else is doing the same, they'll switch back and forth.
And is it a positive thing to be read? Because Lori, while she was crying, she looked relieved. She looked happy. Do some people have a negative reaction to being read?
No, not at all. Actually, it's the healing part of it, right? So if you've had this feeling with you for so long and you've always wondered, does my family think of me? Do they ever come around and visit me? And it's so nice and it's so gratifying to know that someone else could see them and then verifying it for you and bringing them to you. So yes, it's sad, it's emotional, but at the same time, it's very healing and very relieving.
You brought this up yesterday. You're saying somebody with the capability of seeing these things around you, but it could be a learned skill. You were saying yesterday, you're not necessarily born with it, right?
We all have the sixth sense. We can all see.
Is there a
feel.
sixth sense?
Yes, there is.
You believe that?
Absolutely.
Everyone has a sixth sense?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm looking for all 5 of mine. I swear.
Let's find your sixth one, but you do have it. Especially kids, newborns, babies. The younger they are, the more connected they are to heaven. So when you see a baby and they're just laughing at the corner of a room, they're really interacting with their spirit world. And so it's very, very fascinating to watch a baby do that.
So let's talk about this event. It's coming up next month.
Yes.
June 23rd. It's a Sunday starting at 5 at the Hyatt Regency. Yes. What can we expect if we go?
Oh my God. So it's music. I want to transform you into a blissful place, a very peaceful place. So lighting, the people, the experience, just so you can, if you've ever had any questions about what a medium does, that's the perfect setting to be because you're not alone. You're not going to be afraid. You're going to be around other people and you get to experience everything and you never know. Your loved one may come through and I may be speaking to you.
Is it a little bit tougher to get a read on somebody when there's so many people? I'm sure it's going to be in a hall. Is it a little bit tougher to get an individual read because you might be interacting with other people's spirits? They are spirits, right?
Yes, they are spirits. So it just depends. No, when the spirit comes to you, you really zone in and connect with that spirit. And so yes, there may be a message that's for more than one person. So I'll give you an example. I went and I saw James Van Praagh because I love James Van Praagh. And when I'm talking about an intimate reading or gathering, we're talking about 100 people, right? When you go see James Van Praagh or anybody else, you're talking about a room of 300 to 500 to 600 people.
Wow.
That's huge,
Yeah.
right? So your chances of even getting a spirit to come through are like little to none. So when you have a group of 100, your chances are greater for that. So I really strive to get as many spirits in there.
Are they all positive spirits? Are there any spirits working against us? Like you do house investigations,
Yes.
right? You've been brought into haunted houses before.
Yes.
And these are spirits inside the house that are working against the people.
Not necessarily. Like I said, if you go in there and you start taunting these spirits, then of course they're going to get aggressive. Imagine someone taunting you on the freeway or on your ride home. You're going to get upset and you're going to try. And now that anger, right?
Right.
It just multiplies. Yes, there are bad spirits. I'm not going to say that there isn't.
Right, because what if a spirit just, they're angered by even, you living in their house, you taking occupancy in their old house.
True. When you help that spirit go into the white light and know that they don't need to be here anymore, that goes away very easily. You have your stubborn spirits, or you have the spirits that I call earthbound, that refuse to go into heaven, and maybe were really, really bad in this lifetime. I ask Archangel Michael to always protect me, and I do not connect with those spirits.
Right.
So I'm very, against
So it's
that.
game day, June 23rd. A spiritual or an intimate night with spiritual medium Yesenia is coming up later on that day. How are you getting prepared? Do you get in the zone? Do you take an oath of silence that day? What do you do? I
do. I will be silent that day, especially because I want to preserve my voice, and I'm hoping that, I'm going to be great and loud on that day. I like to spend a lot of time in nature. So I do my oils. I will meditate for quite a while. I will do my Nang Champa, which is my, incense that I use. I may even use Palo Santo because that's very, very healing, and it's also, it cleanses very well. So, yes, there's going to be a lot going on that day, but I will be in a private room. I will not be able to hear any of the audience or any of the people that are registering or getting in, because I don't want any outside influence.
How do you not hear them? Do you put earbuds in? Do you not go in the hotel until you get on stage? How do you do that?
So
how do you avoid all interaction?
I've arranged to be in a completely separate or the opposite side of the hotel in my own room. And so I'll be in there until game time, until the time to get down there. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
It is coming up next month, June 23rd, an intimate evening with spiritual medium Yesenia. You can get your tickets at Eventbrite or go to Yesenia's website, healingheartshealingsouls.com. You also do private one-on-one sessions, correct?
I do.
Have you seen any celebrities? Have you worked with any celebrities?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of celebrities that live in the Santa Clarita Valley.
Yes, I have. I don't watch TV, and sometimes it's embarrassing to say that. I don't watch movies. I really never watch TV, but I really like that in a sense because, yes, I know when a star comes into my room. The reason why I know that is because I get the spotlights, I get the red carpet, and then my spirits are like, oh, you have someone really important in your room. But to me, they're humans just like anybody else, and they're just as important as anybody else. So am I embarrassed a little bit? Absolutely. But when they leave, I'm like, wow, do you know who was in my room? And so it's exciting.
Wow. And they come to you, or do you go to them?
No, they come to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the celebrities that live in the Santa Cruz Valley. Floyd Mayweather? Was it Floyd Mayweather?
No.
It wasn't Floyd Mayweather.
I can't say. It's private.
Oh, it is private. Okay.
But I did bring you a gift.
You did?
I did.
What'd
I
you
brought
bring me?
you a stone. I brought you a tiger stone. It's a protective stone. It's going to help you. And it's in a heart shape because I love everything in heart shape because it's healing hearts, healing souls.
Right.
So that's for you to carry with you all the time.
I like this. I like the color of it. I like the shape. I like the size because it's not too big, but it's not too small. If I want to put it on a pendant or something, I can.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
thank you for this.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. And again, an intimate evening with spiritual medium Yesenia is coming up next month, June 23rd. Tickets at eventbrite.com or go to Yesenia's website, healingheartshealingsouls.com for private one-on-one sessions. Or if you think your house is haunted, Yesenia can come in and try to negotiate with the spirit, with the negative energy that's living inside and say, look, We're not trying to oppose you. We're not adversarial.
Right.
We're just trying to do our own thing.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Right. Healing Hearts, HealingSouls.com, or grab your tickets or some more info at Eventbrite. The event is called An Intimate Evening with Spiritual Medium Yesenia. We have more info at hometownstation.com. You can also go to our Facebook page at KHTS Radio for more info. Yesenia, thanks for coming in. I'm sure I'll see you next week, next couple weeks for sure.
We're going to become family.
Okay. All right. Maybe you'll come visit me in the afterlife.
Absolutely.
You'll be the spirit hanging around me. It's 4:50 on your hometown station, KHTS. We got to take a quick break, but stay tuned. More music and traffic coming up.
98.1